Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is Dr. J and Professor Spikes doing
Hello.
live from Long Island, New York.
The Long of Island, the island of Long.
Wouldn't you say it was a fantastically beautiful day today?
Nice looking out. Well, I was stuck in my basement all day because I had a grade. It's the finals.
Well,
it's the finals that you may know.
I'm over in the Hamptons today, and it's so beautiful. I felt like it's Florida. I mean, I could have sat on the porch in the sun in a lounge chair. Okay,
Right.
It was just unbelievable. Unbelievable today.
We like it when you broadcast from there. You're very comfortable and serene.
Yeah, so I advertised it, but people don't know about us today.
No, I know. It's a bad time, but that's because I have to do stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, normally we're Wednesday at 3:30, so I guess.
Yeah, we'll let people catch up. We'll do an end of Tuesday kind of review.
Oh, hey, I guess on cue. The cabinet guy is here. Hi.
Oh, look at that.
On cue. Heath just showed up.
Oh, look at that.
David showed up.
Oh, the gang's all here.
Greg.
Even Confucius here. And Pete.
Confucia, eyes on the money. You know, if not for my having a fantastic week with Dermatech, you'd be in the lead.
Dermatech? That was one of your picks? Yeah, no, some of my things were doing okay.
Apple is doing great.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what happens when you decide to start making cars.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's a good move or a bad move, but the market seems to like it.
They like it. Of course they do. Anything Apple does turns to gold.
Yeah, I like the way Pete spelled pick.
Yeah. Like a water pick?
No,
like the way you spelled it on your site.
Yeah. MA is doing well.
The Magnificent Dancer.
Magnificent Dancer gave me an original slate of 5, but I told him to change one of them because it was under $2.
Yep.
If he just would have changed that one and I left the others unchanged, he'd be way ahead of me. But his original slate was tremendous, but he gave me 5 new ones, and I think he's still ahead of me. Very close. I'm having a very good week because of Dermatech, and Etsy is not doing bad.
Really?
Yeah. We're going to talk about BCRX because
we have to.
I had to buy more at 7. What?
And on that dip, it's very very tempting.
You know at what price I put it in?
Yep.
What price did I put it in at?
Well, you said 25, and everybody said that's low.
No, BCRX. I bought more today. What price?
Oh, you bought more. You bought more probably at 7 and change.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, very nice. Lucky numbers.
So I put it in at that.
Oh, you put it in at that. Did you get it?
I got it.
Wow. All right.
I could have gotten less, but I didn't
know it was going that close to 7. I thought it was hovering like closer to 8, but
yeah.
So I guess there's some buying opportunities there.
Listen
to what our opinions are, not advice.
Remember, Man asked for ADAP, and I did it at the very end of the show. Well, I bought some on Friday.
And how'd that work out for you?
Good. It's up.
Good.
Everything is up.
I have to start writing these things down.
Biotech.
I wish I had money to buy stuff.
Yeah. Now, the Galley data, the problem with nothing working, so-called nothing works with COVID-19. Why does nothing work with COVID-19? Because in the damn trials, the placebo effect is enormous. I really think it's tough to show statistical relevance. Arjun is here, crushing it with MGNI.
Wow. Yeah, you've been moving a little bit too, but there's a buying opportunity there.
This week, you, me, Arjun, and Jake are looking like super experts, not just experts.
And no, Clarence, I didn't get in yet. I'm waiting for my get-in opportunity, but I have a feeling it's going to be like Amazon.
I mean, in terms of the competition on the website, we're all in the positive territory of a down week. All having a very good week. Eyes on the Money says vaccines do not work. That would be terrible.
Well, it would. But,
I
you know,
mean,
I mean, they're as good as anything else, right?
well, they not only do they work, but they work with better than 90% efficacy.
Right. As long as they work enough to get us off the masks when enough people take it. And
Uh-oh.
some people are pretty strident about this. I think my only thing is I'll probably wait for the Johnson and Johnson, so I only have to do one shot.
I'll wait for you to take it first, and then I'll
Okay, good enough. Good enough. Yeah, that's a very smart move. I'll have to, on the show. Maybe I'll do it on the show. Everybody will watch me, and then they'll all have faith.
Clarence is not liking the vaccines being ineffective when the scientific evidence shows otherwise.
Right. Well, no scientific illiteracy. Yes, especially since we already have two mathematicians here who think there's actually something called proof.
Confucius thinks you're going to get Bell's palsy if you take the
Ooh. Well,
let's hope not.
Let's hope not too, is right.
Yeah. I haven't heard.
I keep on thinking of that show, Mega Man.
Have you heard of that as a side effect? I haven't even heard of it.
Bell's palsy? The anti-vaxxers have a lot of things to
well, Bell's palsy, most of the time, is very temporary anyway.
Temporary meaning what, 2 years?
No, temporary meaning 2 days, most of the time.
I mean, I've seen people have it for a very long time.
I know, it varies.
Just living like this for years on end, not fun.
No, it's not. But it varies. My daughter had it for like 24 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, not from a shot though, just from a virus.
Confucius was going to point this to evidence.
Okay, I'd be glad to read it. Like I said, this whole messenger RNA versus something a little bit more akin to the traditional vaccines.
Well,
might be an argument to have.
Let's talk about BCRX a little bit. The results really weren't that bad of the Galley trial. But as I said, the placebo effect, not only with Galley, but with remdesivir, with everything, is enormous. If people don't know what they're taking, they think they're getting the real thing, and they get better quicker than if they took nothing. And I really think that's true.
Well, then everybody should just get a shot of sugar.
Yeah, I really think if you told them that shot of sugar was going to cure them, it would cure them.
Right.
Because COVID or anybody
go out and infect each other.
Any illness responds to positive thinking.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
It's very difficult sometimes to prove things in a trial versus placebo, because the placebo effect is real. The drug companies have a lot of trouble sometimes because of the placebo effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes they have to actually create three groups. Well, I mean, the thing is though that if I remember correctly, even the people who were in the control group got a shot of something.
Yes, probably. Who knows what?
Right, and then there was just a question. Those who didn't get sick knew they got the placebo. Those who got a little bit sick knew they got the vaccine.
Right. Is it worth getting a little bit sick? Yes. Is it worth getting Bell's palsy? No. But
Certainly not.
I think it's probably very rare.
Well, we'll look at the study that he's citing and take a look.
I think he's talking about AMPE.
Yeah, AMPE, right. So I guess we could throw that on the list. I wrote it down.
There's one that I promised, and I don't remember what it was. IT. Oh, jeez. Anybody remember what I promised? IT something?
Let's take a look.
I hate to renege on my promises. But I should write them down.
Well, you didn't put it on. You didn't put it on StockTwits.
I rely on my memory too much.
Yeah, I guess so, because StockTwits doesn't have it.
Yeah.
StockTwits just have a lot of cool pictures from Confucia.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that woman on the bear rug. Very, very much.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't seen it. Is it as good as Godfather's?
It's as good as the Lucy Liu picture, if not better.
Oh, really? I can't.
Yeah.
Nothing's better than that. Not even owning Dermatech is better than that. All right. Let's see. Well, you want to take it in order, or should we do? Yeah, take it in order. We'll do BCRX 6, number 6.
I mean, the BCRX is definitely the most pressing anyway, especially since it is making some moves.
Have we ever charted Etsy? I own this.
Not in my memory.
I own it a very long time, at least 6 months, and I don't talk about it. I don't know why.
Is this a Christmas move right now?
Yes, I got in at 120. This is a Christmas move. Etsy, of course, is a designer goods. It's, artsy Etsy,
right?
Something like that. Yeah. So whatever it is that they sell, people are buying. So and giving as gifts. And one of them is masks. So the masks have kept them.
Right.
They've made huge profits on the masks.
And they're also doing a lot of pulling on the heartstrings on the commercials.
I love this 9-day moving average. When it crossed the 50, look at it. And it's amazing how many times a positive cross to the 9-day has produced a big move in the stock.
Yeah, no, it's one of your favorite curves.
Yeah, I just like it. And also it's proved to be support on the entire move up. So if you're looking for a pullback, look for a pullback to the 9-day, which would be about 182, 185. So, I mean, that would be a minor pullback for a fast-moving stock like this. I made it my top pick on the contest.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a wise move.
By the way, we are in no means obligated to buy the stocks
of course.
that we're involved in the competition.
I mean, how are you going to buy $100 worth of Amazon anyway unless you go into Robinhood?
Right, but I want to point out for the record that
the rules, yes.
Week 1, I bought 15 times what's stated in the competition. So you can figure out how much if you can multiply. And this week I did more than that, but I won't say. How's that?
Okay, fair enough.
But it's more than they did last week. I had a good week last week, 4.5%. I think with a little luck, I'll do better than that this week. So far, I'll show the website after I chart. But so far, as of one day, I was only up close to 3%. But as after today, I'm going to be up probably 6, 7, 8%. So
it's just on this one alone, right?
Not this one alone, the better one. This one is twice all the others because this is my pick. So I bought twice as much of Etsy as I did of the others. And then the second most that I bought was Dermatech for pigmented lesions, a quick test for melanoma. And that one has taken off. We're going to take a look at that one next.
Sure.
So what did I say is a pullback number? Right at the top of the screen, 182.
Yeah,
the top of the screen.
At the 9-day, right there.
Yeah, 182.
Right.
That area. That's my official. If I want to add, I'll be adding at that price. Personally, as always, do your own due diligence. Our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Check with an investment advisor before acting. And what else do we say? We say, please subscribe if you want to help out the show.
And your advice is just as not advice. Sorry, your opinion is just as valuable as our opinion.
Yes, in fact, we learn more from our followers and our followers.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I
looking for ideas.
Big Text, where's Big Text? Yeah, doggone it! Shout out to that guy. He alerted us to TGTX. I take one look at that chart. I say immediately I'm buying it in the after hours. And I did, and I'm happy. I mean, you can't look at the chart of everything. So if somebody
I know.
points out something to you that has is fundamentally
It's like
good,
window shopping for me.
fundamentally good, and the chart looks great, you buy it. And that's what happened with BioNTech also. You remember when I went gaga over that chart?
Oh, please. If only I'd listened.
Yeah, but you own Moderna, and I told you that's going to 100 also.
Yeah, I know, but I bailed on it too soon.
You shouldn't have.
I know.
I told you.
You know, everything else was killing me on the news. So once the news came out, I bailed.
Yeah.
And who knew there was going to be even more news?
Yes.
I mean, everything else we've done, as soon as the good news comes out, it goes to crap.
Or,
so I've been getting a little gun shy.
Or retreats. And Moderna may have retreated, but it regrouped.
Yeah, it did. It did indeed.
Now it's on a downslide. I mean, looking back, I should have gotten out 40 points higher, but you're still in it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is one of the reasons why I threw McKesson in, because
to be honest with you,
they were being mentioned over and over again in terms of being the distributor and the assembler of the Moderna drug. Yeah. But at this point, they're not. The news either hasn't hit or it hasn't really hit the bottom line yet. But I'm still a little bullish on that guy.
Dr. J is much better at picking bottoms than the tops. So I'm much better at that. So not necessarily bottoms, but even entry points.
Entry points, exactly.
Yeah. And my cells, I'm relying more and more on the RSI because I find that to be fairly more reliable than my targets, the fixed targets. So other than the Monday Thursday trade, which I'm going to stick to because why not?
Right.
You know, if I make 8% a week, I'm happy. If I make 4% a week, I'm happy. If I make 2% a week, I'm happy. I'll even go one further. If I make 1% a week, I'm happy. Right? 1% a week.
Hey, 1% a week is much better than the banks who don't even give you that in a year and a half.
It's 50% without compounding.
Right, exactly.
And then if you increase your bet, your trade amount, you're going to make more. If you stay at 1% every week, that's the key. You don't want to go 1% up and 2% down and 3% up. The mathematics will hurt you. You know that. So,
of course I do.
Yeah. So anyway,
one of the first things I teach in that quantitative reasoning class.
Right. So, but a lot of people don't realize that. That's why they get killed in the 3 times the ETFs. It's worse.
Uh-huh.
You cannot hold them other than for a couple of days, and that's it. The mathematics will kill you on those.
Just like the casinos.
Yep. All right. So DMTK is a skin company, not a skin company. Right, they're a drug company.
Dermatological drugs.
And the drug is not a drug, melanoma test.
Oh, it's the test for melanoma, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. For pigmented lesions, and they give you the answer in I don't know how long. And their accuracy is like uncanny. It's as good as the biopsy.
Really?
Yeah, it's tremendous.
So it's sort of like the Cologuard for melanoma.
I guess so. I guess it's analogous. But the market really likes this concept, doesn't it?
Well, you know, eventually if they think about testing at home or look, anything that gets more tests out to the people. Because, you know, I would test myself sooner than go to a dermatologist and get cut.
Well, I think your dermatologist might have to perform the test.
Well, or at least prescribe it, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think you have to have it done in the office, but instead of digging,
right,
mole or whatever the thing is, it's
Mohs, right?
It's not mole, it's a mole.
Mole, right?
Mole, M-O-L-E.
Right, they have to get in there, right?
Yeah, that could be a lot of digging. It could be annoying.
Especially if there's nothing there, right? I got you.
Yeah, so you have a little discoloration and you want to know if it's melanoma, you know, in a very quick order with great accuracy. So
people are still talking about two things. They're talking about athesis and they're talking about BCRX. At least in terms of what they're talking about.
okay.
Because the whole idea, I mean, again, this discussion is all about Gali and the Japanese trial.
Yes.
And whether or not that, I mean, I'm still wondering if that's going to make hay. Somebody just went on CNBC talking about therapeutics, and again, they're like, "Oh yeah, therapeutics are important. Therapeutics are important." But then
There are no therapeutics that work. Maybe leaps will be the one. CVM's leaps. Who knows?
well, I
Maybe,
mean, the antivirals are therapeutics. But they keep on talking about these either the monoclonal antibodies like Regeneron or
that actually sort of works.
right. But I've been hearing some other stuff about that as well, because in a way, this whole idea about these other strains, the monoclonal antibodies might not help you against some of those weirder strains that develop because they're very specific to a certain part of the cell.
Yeah.
And if that mutates away, then it's all for naught. Right. So the antivirals and these other guys are a little bit more multifaceted, and then they would provide better defense. Obviously, the vaccine would be the best thing.
Yeah, I believe in the vaccine. I believe that you're looking at adverse events. Probably 1 out of 10. Let's say it's 1 out of 10,000. It's still worth the odds.
Right.
You don't want to be that one, but you got to be.
No, I get that.
It's not good if you're that one, but otherwise it's pretty good.
And now, again, what about the odds race? Do you still think there is an odds race?
I think that technology doesn't work.
Neither athesis or mesos.
That's what I think for odds.
Oh, okay.
Because meso in very small trials looked sensational. Put to the test, it was ordinary. Not ordinary. It failed.
Right.
So I don't see athesis having a much better product. And it'll probably fail as well for the COVID odds, and probably fail for odds in general. I'm negative on stem cells for odds. They don't seem to work.
Are you bailing on athesis? Or are you still holding on?
I'm still holding on because I'm in it for the stroke trial, which I think will be good.
Okay.
I
didn't bail completely. I took a little bit off the top when I went to 2.25.
Maybe I'm overreacting a little bit to the meso failure by saying all stem cells are no good for odds.
We got creamed on that.
Yeah.
That was up to 20, and now it's down to 8.
I don't know that that's really the case. Maybe athesis multi-stem will be the answer. I don't know. It's just I'm not counting on it. I'm not counting on it. I am counting on making a lot more money on Dermatel.
Okay, good segue.
I'm very happy that I bought it at $15 at the open on Monday.
As well, you should be.
Yes.
As well, you should be. That's nice. Good.
I plan on it being $23 by the time I sell it on Thursday.
Oh, you can sell before Christmas?
I have to because it's part of the rules of the competition. I obey
your rules.
Those
are your rules. I can't afford the stuff that I pick.
So as long as I keep making 4.5%, 1%, 2%, I'm going to keep doing this. Why not?
Pete's still holding out hope for athesis.
Pete had a great week last week, not so good this week. Your picks are damn good this week.
Well, maybe it's still 2 more days.
We're going to look at them. But I'm happy with my picks of Etsy and Dermatech, the 1-2 combination.
Well, it's your show. You get to crow.
Yeah, but I'm not so happy with the rest of my picks, which are coming up. Amazon, I got in at the open on Monday. I bought it at $3,200. I think on the nose.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not losing. It's flat. I'm not making anything. Just, I mean, maybe I'll cheat and just hold this because I would have bought it anyway.
Well, because when in doubt, and you have all that money just
Do you give me
burning a hole in
permission?
your pocket.
Do you give me permission to cheat and hold this one?
Well, I don't know why you're buying and selling according to this game anyway. Because then the next question is, well, why only 4 days?
I'll tell you why.
Why only 5 stocks? Why only $500?
I'll tell you why. Because I kind of think that I will make money on doing this. That's the motivation.
Gotcha.
Not because I'm an honorable man.
Well, nobody says you're dishonorable because you're making some money.
Right. I am an honorable man, but that's not my motivation.
I mean, look, if I pick something that goes up and I didn't buy it, then that's my loss.
Right. Well, yeah. 273 on FedEx. I think I got in Monday.
Because FedEx never went down.
Well, we can look at the website. It'll tell me what I paid for it on Monday. But I paid lower. Not much lower, but
Right.
I probably should just hold my FedEx that I bought.
I didn't play. Confucius mad that I didn't play my picks. I already own most of what I picked.
No, you have your picks up on the website.
No, he said, in other words, that I didn't back it up. I didn't back it up for odds like you're supposed to on the crap table.
Oh yeah.
I did. I mean, most of what I picked, I own. I think there's only one thing that I want to buy but didn't buy yet. I know he's just kidding, but it's fun.
I took a shot with one that had a big green candle on Friday. So the size of that candle said to me, talk to me. So
What company is this?
I had to include this. They're a mobile game developer.
Oh, okay.
Mobile sports platforms and maybe other kind of games. I'm not sure, but whatever it is they do, market liked it on Friday.
Yeah, and then it went back right to the middle of the green candle.
No, I knew
like one would expect.
But I knew it was opening much lower, so that's why I bought it on Monday. But it was my 5th pick, so I spent half as much on this as everything else. So I spent half as much on this as I did on Amazon, for example.
Gotcha.
All right, so let's chart BCRX.
Yes, BCRX is the conversation du jour.
Yeah. I'm undaunted. I told you I added at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I mean, this pullback is probably not anything to worry about, but
there's a hell of a lot of volume, and to me, this candle is not a bad-looking candle.
Right.
I mean, it's not a great-looking candle, but I've seen worse. Had a nice rebound off the lows, and it's basically probably at the close going to be. Are we near the close now? We closed. So at the close it was 7:59, right?
No, I gotta get Confucius' picture off my screen first.
Okay. Did I take it off?
No, on my screen that I'm watching right here.
Oh, okay. No.
Oh, sorry. BCRX 759 closed down 9%.
Yeah, 8.5%. Right. That's actually a recovery off where it was. And looking at the candle, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it retraces everything from yesterday. From the close yesterday. That would be another 71 pennies. So I'm looking for next week for it to regain all that ground back to the
pump.
If you add 71 cents, I'll just cheat on look. It closed yesterday at 8:30. I'm assuming it's going to get that back next week.
Sure.
So Dr. J says, buying opportunity. Why do I say that? Because I put my money where my mouth is. So I have every right to say that.
Good on you, Norman. No one got back at 7.
Every right to say that. If you put your money where your mouth is, go ahead, you can say it. And I knew ATHX was nothing to get excited about yesterday because
Yeah, we're going there next, right?
yeah, I've lived this one for so many years. I know it's a yo-yo stock. And
Certainly is.
look at the way it's yo-yoing around with excellent support at the 9-day. Unbelievable. And look,
Again, right?
look, the 9-day called this one. And when the 9-day crossed the 50, it was something like $1.80. So what a move off that crisscross of the 9-day with the 50. And now the 9-day is about to cross 100. I expect a rebound off it today just based on the chart. I think we're going to retest the 200 at 231.
Okay.
Whether or not it goes past it, I don't know, but I think we'll retest it. I'm almost sure it'll go past it.
And I'll buy back in again if that happens, or if it gets close to that.
I think it will go beyond it. I think we're going to look for a move all the way up to this green candle, 8-1, a high of 262. I'm looking for a move.
Yeah. The $3 days is still far ahead of us.
Right, but I am liking the odds on a move to 260.
Okay.
I think we can break out of this rut. I think we broke out of it the last 2 days, actually. So I see a move to the 260.
Now, is that red candle encompassing the green candle going all the way at the end?
Where's my 8-1 candle?
Oh, okay.
I lost it. It's 8-4. Didn't I have it? Where did I say we're going to? This is a nice looking candle to go to.
Okay.
262. That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the next spot you're saying.
That's my next target. Yeah. 259, 260. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So I am not buying more. I'm going on the record to say I do not plan on buying more because I have too much. What is
Too darn much.
What's the DraftKings commercial? A shipload of shares?
Right.
I have a shipload of shares. So I don't need to add to my collection.
Right.
But that's I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, and your price average is probably around 2-ish anyway.
No, it's 170.
Nice. No, some of mine's still 2 and change.
Don't forget, I've been in this forever.
Yeah, you've been in some of your old money.
Talking about
when you introduced this to me, it was just under 3.
Talking about years and years that I'm in.
Yeah, no, of course. You get to accumulate a lot over time.
I had double the number of shares at one time. But opportunity cost. I said, what am I holding all this for? It was ridiculous. I just sold half of it. Didn't take a loss, but didn't make much. But put it to better use, Had a very good year. If I was tied up in this stock, I wouldn't have had that opportunity. I would have less money to play with. All right. So you got to think of opportunity cost always if you're going to be in a very long-term hold.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. I'm living that because like I said, my portfolio is very tight.
To me, nothing has changed. I'm not looking forward to the update on covered odds because I have a feeling it won't be good. So when that comes, that might mark the end of the trial. In other words, the midway point they might decide to stop. Or not. Maybe they'll decide it's so good they're going to just stop it because it's so good it's got to be stopped and used. Who knows? I just doubt it.
Well, like you said, even without covered odds, there's still some upside potential with it. So no reason not to at least keep a taste in there. Somebody suggested a company called DMAC. Are you familiar with that one? Diamedica Therapeutics.
Before I get to CVM, I'll do DMAC.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one of the ones I promised.
Okay.
All righty. Ooh.
Another missed boat.
I could have charted this one last week when whoever asked me then. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, look at that big green candle yesterday. Succulent looking on a down day. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, and you're right. The 9-day still provides some support. So
I think I might, on a pullback, I might be tempted. I am tempted on a pullback. This is phenomenal looking.
yeah, I mean, it might be a silly question, but perhaps somebody in the audience can tell us a little bit about the fundamentals, if there's any there.
I'm sure there's fundamentals.
Active phase 3 in stroke and phase 2 in CKD.
Wow. I'm interested to know about the stroke trial.
They're in phase 3, so.
Yeah, maybe there's like no competition to that drug that they will give. What's the name of that? ATC, whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
There's some drug with 3 letters. TCP. I don't know what it is. It's the only drug for stroke right now. All right, so I'm looking for a pullback to 765. I'll probably
and then you might take a taste.
I will if I remember. If I put it on, I have to remember to put it on my alerts.
Yeah, no, I have lists to them.
I could just put in a limit order, but I hate to do that.
Right.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, there's news and it plummets.
Yeah, that's not your style.
No. But I like it. Whoever asked me to chart this one, I apologize.
That was Ben, but then other people looked at it and liked
I apologize why I didn't chart it last week. I apologize to myself.
Apologize to yourself is right.
Because I would have bought it.
Because that momentum play is right up your alley. You would have seen all that momentum. You're like, I'm in there.
Yeah, well, I'm still.
Actually, after that green candle a week ago.
I still like it a lot. The strong support is at 717.
Understood.
So what the hell? If I get in at 765 and it goes to 717, I'll buy a little more.
Right.
Unless there's some fundamental reason why it went down, like an offering or something like that.
Right.
The problem with
it's at 8 and change right now.
The problem with these biotechs is they always need money, it seems.
Yeah, well.
And when you have a big run like this, you got to ask the question: when did they do their last offering, and how much money did they need?
Yeah, good point.
And I don't know without looking at doing a little due diligence. So I would have to, if I want to make a significant investment in this, then I'll do my due diligence. But if I just want to play, I may just play. Just to play, you know what I mean? I own 59 stocks now. I cannot do.
Do you really?
I cannot do justice by all of them.
I mean, even the funds that match the S&P 500 don't have that many.
No, they do. They have 500.
No, they don't. That's the whole point. All they have to do is match the performance.
Oh,
and
really?
with regression, you could do it with as few as like 25.
Oh wow!
It's
you taught me something. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. All right. So diametric.
We also have a request for AUPH, which is actually something I'm interested in also.
Yeah.
You guys talked about it a little bit on Friday, but it was very spotty. A little bit at the beginning, a little bit at the end.
Yeah, they had
cohesive.
They had bad news in terms of competitors' drug, GlaxoSmithKline. And at the same time, they had a partnership that Wall Street didn't like. So it was like a double whammy on Friday.
Right.
But that was Friday, right? Today is Wednesday. No, today is Tuesday. Normally when Professor Spike is on, it's Wednesday.
Right, exactly.
That's why I said that.
I'm confusing the world.
You're Confucia of the world.
So is there anything is this about you were playing this originally as a volatility play?
No,
and if I had done that as a volatility play, I probably would have done fine.
And also as a takeover possibility.
And as a takeover possibility. But right, the deal was after that crappy deal they made, or presumably crappy deal they made. It took away from the takeout talk, or at least took the wind out of that sale.
It went as low as 1286 on Friday, and it was and then on, what was the previous low? On 11/12, it was 1283. So this was 1286. It's technically a double bottom. In a way, we just strengthened the support structure. Look at it that way.
Okay.
We have a double bottom that's in. We have a rebound on working for us. Today was still a positive day by a penny, even though it has not the nicest candle in the world. But yesterday's candle was very nice on heavy volume. So let's look at the good as opposed to the bad.
All right.
There's plenty of good. There's goodness in this stock. Oh, but it did take out. It's not a double bottom. On yesterday, it made a low at 1265. Below the other low. So we made a new low. The Nordic chart is not looking quite as good.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that little line does go a little bit lower.
Yeah, so we made a lower low, which I don't like.
Gotcha. All right.
The chart is dubious, but I'm staying in.
Yeah, no, I didn't rush out either. I was just a little bummed out that
the chart is definitely dubious. It's one of my 59 holdings that if I probably would have seen this low, I might have decided to come out. I could still decide to come out, but for now, I think I'm staying in.
Oh yeah, you still got a little upward mo right now.
Yeah.
So you might as well let it run.
Yeah, I wish I knew that IT. I can't remember what that request was. IT.
Yeah, I don't have it written.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, why don't you do CVM while we're trying to think of that?
CVM is on a run, right?
Yeah, it is. It's up 6% on the day.
It's a nice movie.
14 points. So if we're still playing that trading range, it's heading back towards the top of that trading range.
Yeah, but it's still on that downward trend line. I don't know. I mean, it looks like another yo-yo stock till we get data. I'm still not convinced it's going to make a breakout run. I don't see it happening. It didn't happen till now. It's not going to happen. So I like this one to just go back down again. I don't think it's going to make that run to 20. But so many people.
I trimmed a little bit a couple of days ago, obviously, because that's why it's up today. But
no, you did right.
I'm looking for a spot to get back in again, though.
Why? At this point,
because I promised you I'd stay until 100.
At this point, you do Jake's idea to the straddle or strangle, whatever.
Yeah, right.
You buy the puts and the calls. So 2 months out.
Yeah, it's probably the best move.
Yeah,
and then it doesn't matter what the news is.
Even 3 months out, because you never can tell with GAT.
The news, I mean, again, they've been waiting so long. Everybody's been waiting so long. So.
Oh, Marty Simpson, Marty S. He told me in a tweet to tell Jake, this is the month. Go and buy your strangle this month, January.
Really?
Yeah. Marty is convinced that the news will be out on the top line results. So Marty's pretty sharp.
Mm. Yeah, we haven't heard from what was the Italian gentleman that we used to hear from a lot. We haven't heard from him in a long time. He was for a while. For a while, he was really big on CVM.
Oh, the farmer.
Yeah.
He wrote a comment. He writes comments at the end of the show.
Does he?
Yeah, he's still very bullish.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad to hear that because he's been bullish on it. ITRM is the one you're looking for.
Yes. How'd you come up with that?
Norman gave it to me.
Ah. Probably another one that I'm going to be sorry that I didn't sell.
No doubt. Well.
Yeah, it's moving up nicely.
Yeah.
$1.04. Broke that dollar mark. Sometimes they first shoot up. I imagine it's a very low very low market cap stock.
Arjun, are you still talking about VBIV when you talk about buyout?
Arjun thinks that's.
Yeah, because he's making some comments on the side. I was just wondering what he was talking about.
Well, I know that's a possibility. Buyout is always a possibility.
For VBIV or for this guy? That's what I was wondering.
It's the biotech. It's on the block. They all are on. They're all for sale at the right time.
So it doesn't matter. This one's got a nice little uptrend going. You're right.
Very nice. Very nice. And it's trying to lift off. It's trying to lift off there. Gee, look at this pullback. This is a nasty pullback on this candle.
Well, because it had to fill in that gap.
Yeah, 114. Look for a break of 114. And I think we would then take out the 138. So a break of 114 is what you're looking for here. It's a ways off. It's 10 cents off. It's 10% more. There's many ways to play this. You could play this looking for a pullback to the trend line at about 95 cents. Figure then you go in. Or you play the Momo play if it breaks 114. So you just buy it and average in if you like it.
Right. Well, I'd have to look at more fundamentals before I just do it that way.
Yeah, me too. But there's a lot of ways to play this one. And the volume, let's see if it's been significant volume. And the RSI, let's take a look at this. The RSI looks like it's at 60. Can't read that. 69. 69, that's pretty high on the RSI. The RSI is hovering overbought.
Really?
Yeah, so maybe you get to pull back to 95 cents, 96 cents. Play it that way. I would not short this, but
right.
If I'm
not on the Mo, but right.
If I'm looking for a bargain, I might wait it out. Wait for under $1 again. I don't know. I mean, the chart is telling me good things as opposed to bad things. How's that?
Right.
And the break of the 50-day by the 9-day was at 76 cents, so it already had a huge move up based on that. Now the 200-day is all the way up there, which is in the wrong place, of course. And the 100-day is also in the wrong place. But the 9-day is still better than the 100, right? Yeah, it's still better. A little bit. It's not the most, even though it had a nice bullish run, the overall long-term picture doesn't look that bullish. With the 200 being all the way up there, so it must have been
a lot could happen in 200 days. I'd like to know what this company does.
It must have been much higher at one point. So let's take a bigger vantage point. We'll take a look at the weekly. All right, so it's coming. It imploded back here. I'm probably bad. Some kind of bad news, a failed trial. Who knows? 6-1. It imploded. It was trading in 370 range. Can it get back there?
That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to give you an I don't know on this one.
There you go.
An official I don't know. I would say the chart is bullish, mildly bullish, short term. That's about the best I can do. Mildly bullish, short term. I like the other one better. What was the other one? RMAT? I got to remember that one.
Yeah, well, nobody's said that one yet.
No,
they did mention GTHX.
GHSI?
No, GTHX.
How about your Bitcoin play? You went out on a limb, right?
That was one of the ones I didn't buy yet, but I had a feeling.
It's in your competition.
Yeah, it is my competition. That's one that I don't own yet.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to get back in at 12, but that's not going to happen.
We're bumping up against 100, and we're exactly at resistance. This is an easy one to analyze. Right? It's a Momo play. So I'll tell you exactly. You play it. I'm going to play this one as a Momo play. If it breaks the high of 620.
I mean, in a way, fundamentally, it doesn't look that different from the one we just did. In terms of having a little bit of a disappointment and then recovering from it.
Well, I don't know where the 200 is on this one. The 200 and the 100. It was totally a bearish chart long term. The other one.
Yeah. Right. If you follow that set of highs down, yeah.
This one is coming back. So you want to see it take this high out. Let it take that high out at about 25.5. Then I'm interested.
Right. Otherwise,
maybe not.
Yeah, it may even fill in that gap that we're seeing. I see.
Yeah. I want to chart yours. Apple. What were your top two? Apple and the.
Well, Arjun was hoping you would do VBIV.
For sure. VBIV it is. VBIV it is. Of course, Arjun is the expert on VBIV.
Yeah, no, he's definitely proselytizing.
Oh, it's certainly looking good.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to come back off.
I think it's also his top pick of the week, and that's why he's solidly in the green.
Look at that, yeah.
Arjun, you're picking good stocks this week. I think DCRX might have hurt him there. I think he might have had that.
He was still in that, right? I tried to stay away from the ones that we keep talking about.
Yeah, I did
try to go into a little bit more.
I did as well.
That's why I stuck with my Lululemon because I figured that they would do the same thing Peloton's doing. Yeah. But for some reason, they're not.
Well, it's never a bad pick, Lulu. Lulu used to be not Lululemon. Lulu used to be Lucent Technology. They called it.
Oh yeah, well, believe me, I've had that too.
Spin off from AT&T.
Yeah, no, I got creamed on Lucent many a year ago. Yeah, I'd say Lululemon and Lucent have very little to do with each other.
Hey, Arjun, we're trending up nicely now, Arjun.
Yeah.
Good pick for your top pick.
He's saying as well as this is doing, he says his MGNI is doing even better for him.
All right, I'll throw that up. I think this was a Linda pick, wasn't it, at one point?
Yeah, you guys had been talking about it.
I think it was a Linda pick.
Look at that.
From a couple of weeks ago, it was a Linda pick, I think.
Well, I should pay attention more to the show.
I think it was a Linda pick.
I get too distracted by all this wonderful performance and keeping my looks up.
Yeah, well, it's pulling away off of the 1472 close on Thursday.
Mm.
Kind of giving back a certain amount it's normal. Totally normal to give back a little. Got to give back a little. Nothing goes straight up.
Norman, you don't work for Lucent anymore?
No.
Norman said he used to work for Lucent.
Oh, I see. In New Jersey, right?
Indeed.
Okay, 1708 would be support, exactly where the 9-day is.
This is okay.
Look at how low, where the stock is at 27. Oh, it's all the way up here.
Yeah, look at that, stellar.
I didn't notice that jump today. No wonder he's getting excited. All right, so it's not going to reach the 9 days so quick, but it might just fill the gap to this 1990 level. If it's a bad pullback.
Right. If anybody wants to buy in on that.
That would be the target. It would be right about this top, the close rather, on the close of the day before. In other words, will it give back all the gain from today, the dollar? How much of a gain? Well, the after hours is even more ridiculous.
Really?
The after hours is $20, $30. What the hell did they do? Did they cure cancer? What the hell happened?
Somebody was big on their cancer today. Did very, very well.
This stuff.
I watched ABC this morning. After hours, they're up another $3. Unbelievable. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, they must have cured cancer. I don't know what they did.
Let's see. No real news here yet. Somebody said it got pumped by CNBC.
That's all?
It doesn't look like there's anything that anybody's talking about.
And how to do something more than get pumped by CNBC.
Wow. Well, if Yahoo doesn't know, who would?
I don't know. I don't follow this particular stock.
Right.
But I wish I owned some. It's certainly exciting. It's a very exciting chart. Right now, it looks like very dangerous to buy it.
You think? Yeah.
But also very dangerous to short it.
Right. You should just, hope that you owned it already.
I'll just watch.
Right.
CVM, I think I might even sell some more and play to strangle at some point.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I might get the big money off the table and go for the little money.
Well, let's see. I mean, 14. I mean, except for that little to do when they had news.
Yeah.
14 was the place where, in that you would buy back in at 11 and sell back around 15. And so now we're back to 14. If you still play that game, you might actually make some money.
Yeah, I mean,
if you sell at 14, you might be able to get back in at 12.
We could have been able to play the 12-15 game a few times.
Yeah.
But it's too close to data to play games. Let the others play the game.
So you say, I mean,
Look, you want to play games, there's plenty of other stocks to play games with. This is too dangerous.
Okay, fair enough. That's why Jake is saying puts and calls instead. I get it.
I agree with Jake.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, puts and calls.
Because the crisscross you're drawing right now says that there's a move, but we don't know what move very soon.
Yeah, I suspect just more of the same yo-yoing around.
Right, but question is which direction is it going to jump?
It went quite high yesterday. It went as high as 16.10.
Right. Really? Okay.
Yeah, so you play it between 15 and 12, you could make money, but unless you're a day trader, I wouldn't risk it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that.
So again, the chart tells me yo-yo, but the good news is it's not going to last forever. We're going to get the top line data probably soon.
Yeah, something's going to happen.
If we don't get it by options expiry in January, it'll happen by March. No later than March. You know what I might do? I won't buy the options strangle until 2 weeks before expiration each month.
Really? Interesting.
So if I miss it, I miss it.
Interesting.
If the news breaks in the first 2 weeks, then I lose. I lose out.
Right.
If I'll pay much less with 2 weeks left to expiry than.
Well, are you going to only buy out of the money?
Yeah, we're
Oh, I got you.
way out of the money. The cheapest ones I can grab.
It sounds like a fun gamble.
Yeah, that's how I.
Actually, it sounds like a fun gamble for the very next expiration, according to this picture. Like I said, you got that crisscross happening. It looks like the way you're drawing it looks like something's going to happen in like 2 days.
So what's the third Friday of January? You got the
third Friday of January. Good question. I'll tell you in a second. The third Friday of January is the 15th.
Okay, so you buy it. Actually, you buy it January 2nd.
There you go.
Yeah. What day of the week is January 2nd?
January 2nd. Well, January 2nd is the weekend.
All right, so January 4th, whatever.
January 4th, yeah. Well, we've hit that hour mark, Dr. J.
All right, so we're going to stop.
Yeah.
Well, before we stop, I just want to show the website and some of the pics. So run over
show the world that I'm actually drinking beer. Not because I'm celebrating anything, except for the end of my semester.
Well, beer is not a celebratory drink.
No, not the way I drink it.
Beer is just, the common man's staple.
That's true. No, it's like I said, it's more I finished grading. I got my grades in. So.
Beer is a Bensonhurst necessity, right?
Right.
So
you want to get around the oppressiveness of the.
You know what I should throw in? I'm pulling this off of the Google website. Website. So maybe I should also throw in the current price, just so we could get more up to date.
Oh, you mean like at the moment price?
Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? I should add.
I guess it depends on it depends on your refresh rate, but yeah.
No, I have to get it not from historical data, but from present data.
Right.
I'm looking at historical data now. All right. So anyway. It was a challenging assignment for Dr. J, who hasn't played with anything in a long time that requires thinking other than chess. So,
chess.
I enjoyed the challenge of doing this, and I'm actually enjoying it too.
Yeah, and how did I come in third last week?
Yeah, you came in third because the others were fakakta.
Right. So as long as I pick stuff that stays even, I could like be right in the middle.
Yeah. So Etsy opened at 189. It's approaching 200, right? DMTK opened at 1534, and it's approaching. What is it? It hit 21 today, but pulled back to 19. I don't know what it closed at. I don't remember. Over 20, right? Amazon closed at just about where it was yesterday at the close. And FDX is pretty much unchanged. And this one, I think I'm losing a little bit. I don't remember. Very, very little. So my big wins are the top two, which is enough to take me considerably more than the $17 gain. Probably I have about a $36 gain at least, or 6%. I must be hovering about that. Let's take a quick look at some of the others. Jake
is doing all right.
But he cheated.
Except for BCRX.
He cheated. He gave me one under 2. And
he did?
Yeah, he cheated.
Oh, it's that PEI?
Yeah, I let him get away with it because he's Jake.
Yeah, well, that's true. And besides, if this is a mechanism by which he sends over some more suggestions, then it's worth hearing about.
After he opened our eyes to SRAC, I gotta forgive him.
Yeah, exactly.
To send
that was a nice one.
To send
did I even include? I didn't include that on my pick, did I?
No. To send game 3.55. That's not bad.
So is Omar playing with us?
Oh, wait a second. Yes, Omar's playing. BCRX. He's got that, so he got killed today. He's out of it. He's not.
Yeah, no, PCR. Well, that'll come back tomorrow.
He's not going to win the contest.
Well, he's still got 2 more days.
Well, he'll probably finish in positive, but I don't think he'll beat MA and me and you.
Right.
You're doing phenomenal.
And Omar stays with the Fangs.
Omar stays with the Fangs. It's like punking out on us.
Well, he plays it safe. Like I said, you play it safe, you end up in the middle.
What kind of boring picks is that? Percent game 0.91? You know something?
He's staying on Netflix.
That's typical Omar.
Yeah.
He'll take his 1% and be happy.
Exactly. Well, as long as he's beating the banks.
All right, so this was Pete. Yeah, as of yesterday, not too good. But Apple,
Sun nailed him.
Apple had to help him today, right?
Yeah, Apple did very well, but Sun is murderous.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how SUNW did today. I don't know. That I don't know. So, I mean, you can't rule Pete out. Pete is he's a winner from week 1. You can't rule him out.
Pete said Sun recovered a little bit.
Uh-huh. Can't rule Pete out.
Thank you, Heath. See you soon.
You're going?
No, Heath is going.
Heath is going. Yeah. BCRX on top for Confucia. Not the best move, Confucia. I think that eliminates Confucia for the week. If you have BCRX on top, not good.
Yeah. Well, like I said, hopefully we'll recover in 2 days.
Oh, you did not have Apple on top. That was
no. I didn't have Apple.
That was Pete.
Apple's like kissing your sister.
Yes. So you had GBTC on.
My biggest one was the one I'm not in.
MCK. No, you biggest.
No, I'm in McKesson. My biggest one is the Bitcoin. I had a feeling it was going to make some moves, but like I said, I was just waiting for. I'm being
how did GBTC do today? Did it go up more?
There's been a lot of talk today. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Well, you had a good start to the.
Yeah, exactly.
You're 2.22 to my 2.9. We're close.
Yeah, and I had a feeling Tandem was going to come back and crawl some of it, crawl back a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Tandem did pretty good today.
Yeah. Let's see.
And for whatever reason, Protolab is coming back.
Uh-huh.
It was for a lot of this for a lot of the early fall. It was a dead fish.
Arjon's VBIV closed about the same, right? 350, I think. BCRX.
Yeah, no, VBIV didn't make a big move.
Arjon, BCRX is going to kill you this week.
Yeah.
And MCNI is going to help you. So I don't know.
Right.
You have a shot to win it. Arjon has a shot to win bragging rights for the week. He's in the fight. He's fractionally better than me. I'm 2.87. He's 3.02. All right, you're doing good, Arjon.
Magnificent Dancer is up on everything.
Yeah, he had a gain of $49 on 600 for a percentage of 8.18.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah.
You know something?
And those are some very good suggestions too. We haven't really talked about any of these guys.
Do you think we should raise it to $3 a share? Decrease the volatility a little bit.
Oh,
Leave
no,
it.
Like I said, part of this game is also to get people to look at some stuff that's not just stuff we talk about.
That's true, but okay, leave it at 2.
Yeah.
These are all good picks. Every one of them are up.
Yeah, they did great, and like I said, these are ones we don't talk about.
And ADAP is over 5 today.
Wow.
Very nice picking, MA. And MA had a better slate.
Yeah, no, Clarence is telling us that we can use the script to update the prices more automatically.
All right, I will.
You'll learn how to do that. If not, I'll figure it out.
No, I am updating them automatically, but the next day, I'm looking back.
Oh, I see.
It is automatically. I used Google Finance data.
Right.
I didn't type anything in. Nothing typed in. The only thing I did type this in.
Right.
I
Oh,
had
yeah, right. Well, you have to have a way of entering that, right?
well, I could let the user enter it from the website, but that's more work.
It's actually more work. You're right.
I could do that. I could do anything. I could.
Hey, you know, you're a programmer. You
I
could
can
do
do
both.
anything. But the thing is, I don't want to kill myself. I want to
No, I
have.
know. You have to learn how to do it, but then you know it for the next time.
Yeah, but I want to have fun. I don't want to spend my every minute of every day programming.
I get that.
Whose slate is this? This is
Marty?
I don't know.
That's Marty.
Oh, it's Marty?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Marty. So he had CVM, not a bad test.
Yeah, CVM. He also had the Bitcoin also.
AIM fell apart.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's his problem. AIM fell apart.
Yeah, pretty massively.
Yeah. All right, all good picks. All the sheets are nice. They all show
Nice clearance.
creativity. You know, I like them all. I like every one of the picks except Omar's fangs. Seriously, that's the only one that shows no creativity. I laugh he wins with it.
Of course.
Yeah,
Well, you know, then he'll have bragging rights, and we can't make fun of him anymore.
right. I mean, probably he's going to make his 1 or 2% a week if he gives me picks like that.
Right. Sure.
Yeah. All right, so that wraps it up.
Yes, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you for your flexibility in terms of doing another day.
Everybody, don't forget to look at stockpicks.com, and if you want to enter, if I want everyone to enter, then I got a program.
Yeah, then we got to program it right. You have to input your own.
Ooh, I actually have to write script to do it. It's annoying.
I'm pretty. I'm pretty confident in you.
Gee, thanks. Who's in the lead? I think MA. You're in the lead.
Yeah, magnificent dancer.
Yeah, you're in the lead, MA, because you got 8%. The second best was Arjun with 3, and me with 2.87.
Yeah.
And Professor Spike with 2.25 or something.
Yeah, just behind there.
Yeah, so we're all together, and Jake at 3. We're all kind of bunched up, except for you. MA is proving to be the best, at least for now.
You're not doing a show Friday because that's Christmas, right?
Thursday at noon.
Thursday at noon, that's the plan? Okay, well, it's good I did an early one then.
Christmas Eve at noon.
Sounds like fun.
Noon.
If I'm around, I'll call in.
On Christmas Eve. I don't know when the action doesn't really start till later in the day, usually, right?
Well, isn't that a half day of trading?
Yeah, so it closes at 1.
So there you go. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
So we can catch the close before the holidays.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, happy whatever holidays you celebrate.
Yes, happy to all.
Happy to everybody.
Good night.
I'm great. I should only make a lot of money up until the end of the year. A few more days.
Right. And then harvest them losses.
Adios, amigos.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, arrivederci, sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, shalom, au revoir, and I don't know. I covered them all. See you. Don't forget to subscribe and tell a friend. Bye. Till next time.